Welcome back, everybody, to The Legend of Zelda.
Aw, yeah. Just got the thing with the stuff and the guy.
Sure, whatever. Today, in this part, is going to be a 3-dungeon special.
Ooh, fancy.
We will be taking on levels 2, 3, and 4 in this part. So, after part 1 was so goddamn slow, part 2 is just gonna be like bam, bam, bam.
Non-stop action.
Sure, why not? Anyway, we're heading to level 2. Just me trying to remember where the hell level 2 is. Because I'm like, shit.
Oh no, I am lost.
Which, you know, it can happen when you're playing this game. Believe it or
Yeah,
not.
there is no overworld map.
Well, actually, there is. You see that gray fucking box piece
Okay.
of shit?
Yeah.
That's your quote-unquote map. Why even bother?
One of my older cousins was telling me a tale on how he used to have, like, he'd draw out the map as he went along.
That is old school.
Uh-huh. That's some Legends of Grimrock shit. Legends of Grimrock, one of the many games I have not actually completed.
So this is the point in the game where I'm really starting to miss some of the things that The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past would introduce. Such as being able to move diagonally. And, you know, having the sword be a sort of come-at-me-bro thing.
Yeah. Oh, man.
These fucking snakes, which are called ropes for some reason. I don't know. When they see you, they immediately dart for you.
They resemble ropes.
But do bats resemble keys?
Depends on what kind of a lock you're looking at.
I think that the bat cave would be locked up with more than just something that looks like a bat.
Not in Arkham Asylum!
Fuckers!
My
Now, somehow
playthrough-
you have access to the Batcave from Arkham Asylum and from Arkham Island. How that happens, I have no fucking clue.
Well, because it's a secondary one built underneath, and then to get in, he has a scanner that reads his body shape, and he looks like a bat at the time. So it's like, there's the joke. But,
So I think the theme of this dungeon is I will start collecting extraneous keys,
I might need him someday.
but I won't need that many. I think I mentioned last time I get up to as many as 10.
Jeez. It's a lot of keys.
Because like we mentioned last time, they carry over between dungeons.
Like even in real life, I only own like 3 keys. Not even, like 2. No, I don't even have a house key. I just have the 1 key.
The one key to rule them all.
I gotta pray that the garage door hasn't been locked.
It's otherwise like, shit.
Well, great. I gotta break into my own house again.
Remember what happened last time? God.
The police got called. My neighbors won't look at me anymore. It was a huge fiasco.
Much like Skyward Sword. Oh! Hey look, I got a blue croissant.
So is this... I'm trying to think on how things work.
You can never think of how things work.
That's my problem sometimes. I'm too easily distracted.
Yep.
Like, I'll distract myself sometimes, and it's like, really? How do you manage that? I'm like, I just do. Apparently I turned French when I explained that. I just do. I don't know French. I don't know French accents either. I don't know what I was doing there. Shut up.
You were doing a French accent about as good as Colin Mockery does accents at all.
Oh.
So, the boomerang. The boomerang is something that I don't use as much as I should, because I would much rather spend my time just killing things. But it does stun enemies, which helps a lot.
That's the average gamer in 2013, isn't it?
Yeah. Average gamer 2013, also wasting too many bombs to kill a single Dodongo.
Can't wait to bomb some Dodongos!
I didn't show the room, but this is the dungeon with the hint that's Dodongo dislikes smoke. So there you go.
Clearly they're,
See, now I have 4 extra keys that I can take with me into the next dungeon.
Locks? Where we're going, we won't need locks. I would love to see, like, a hack of this game where, like, they set it up so you always have extra keys, and then the last dungeon just has no locked doors. I don't think I've ever noticed that ambient thing with the ocean there before.
Or it's just kind of like, shh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a thing. How much money you got? Eh, not bad. We will be needing rupees, so don't think you're done spending money. Trust me.
Yeah, this is also one of the few Zelda games where money is a factor.
It is a factor to your success, and how many of these secrets you know factor to your success. So we're headed to, we're going to a place where we can get a letter.
Square
This
Mountains.
letter right here, which just looks like a blue map for some reason. But there are certain shops around Hyrule that are potion shops, but you can only start buying potions once you show the old lady in there that letter.
You need a doctor's prescription.
I guess.
You gotta show them an ID, they're behind the counter.
Yeah.
It's like, we don't want any of those Gorons making meth! And it's like, Gorons haven't been invented
Gorons
yet.
don't exist yet!
It's because of all the meth! They killed them out! Why do you think they're talking about eating rocks all the time?
Breaking Bad Hyrule Edition. All of a sudden, Darude is just like, yo, Gatorade me, bitch!
I'd probably be making more jokes if I'd actually seen Breaking Bad.
I would be making more jokes, but that is
Damn it,
the one
that's on my
joke.
to-watch list.
That is the one joke I know from Breaking Bad. Sad to say. The sound of a dying giraffe. How I've missed you.
Hey, we can't all be sea nanners. Him and his dolphin giggle.
I've not seen a single one of those videos.
Duh. He giggles like a dolphin.
Sure, why not?
Me, I laugh like a dying giraffe.
Yeah.
I'm the giraffe from The Last of Us.
There's a giraffe in The Last of Us?
Yeah, because it takes place in post-apocalyptic New York? Or whatever, some kind of city, and there was a giraffe at the zoo, and now the giraffe is loose, and so it's giraffe in Last of Us.
That seems kind of random.
Well, because it got out of the zoo, and it's like, okay.
It's like, whatever.
Then you kill it and eat it, and giraffe is delicious. Not that I would know. Looking around shiftily.
Alright, so we're going to be buying this here.
Meat!
This is actually the shop where that item sells the most cheaply, at 60 rupees. We will be needing that for level 7, I believe.
Well, I'm gonna open up a store, and like our entire shtick is the most confusing descriptions of our deals ever. Like, we're the most cheap, lowest high price store in the area between the 42nd and the 15th parallels. I'm really bad at improv, which is weird because I did it. I was in an improv group for like 3 years, but that was like 7 years ago.
Yeah. You trying to do math?
Yeah, I know. Making the family proud.
Of course you are.
Ah, yes, the sword lasers, which don't actually cut the chews, so they don't, like, divide and conquer.
Wrong.
Like Napoleon.
Wrong. It's because the sword is strong enough that it doesn't cut.
Okay.
If you have the wooden sword, it would split into 2 Hershey's Kisses.
No, it cuts them so hard
that they just explode.
Yeah, that they can't. Like, oh man, you cut my molecules.
Dark nuts.
What's the next type? What's the strongest sword cut? Atoms.
Fucking dark nuts. I hate them in this game.
Oh yeah, because they're like stupid and shield and armored in the front.
And and all of the turning and it's just
They're really fun in both Twilight Princess and
Wind Waker.
Wind Waker, yes. Because Wind Waker has that acrobatic shit that you do. It's like,
yep.
Oh yeah.
You do that shit, it's like, I kind of wish they put that shit in Skyward Sword. That is my goal for this playthrough. At least once per part in this playthrough, we will bash the fuck out of Skyward Sword for its piece of shitness.
You would think that they would include the same acrobatic combat stuff, like even Twilight Princess continued that. That was a great addition to the series.
No, all the acrobatic combat is in that one fatal strike that you could do.
Yeah.
And that was fucking it. You didn't have like a system where you could like do acrobatic counters and shit. No.
They didn't have the mortal blow, which was like the best Twilight Princess thing.
Could you please just not be a piece of shit, you fucking... Oh,
epic strats.
Speaking of epic strats...
Oh god!
God,
slow
lag.
down.
All of the lag. Yeah.
What
can barely handle all these sprites.
What is this? A Super Mario World hack? I think it's a good idea to have 42 sprites on screen at once. It makes the game a challenge.
So we just got the raft.
The raft. I think that voice there was like a halfway between like British, like pop guy, and like really nerdy kid.
So it's Jaleel White.
I guess.
Makes perfect sense. Secret passages!
Oh yeah, it's a roguelike now. I almost said Logrike.
Okay. Huh.
I don't know.
Well.
English is very hard.
No, I'm talking about what the map looks like.
Oh. Oh yeah, the Manji.
Yes. It's totally not a swastika.
Because of boot. Oh my god! You just like tore that thing apart.
If you put a bomb just right, you can kill it in one hit. But if it gets down to... If you get 3 of those things off, it goes really fast. It's like, Jesus Christ. But that is 3 of 8 Triforce pieces.
Man, just booking it.
Speaking of booking it, it's time to head to level 4!
Aw, yeah!
And of course, this is one of those instances where the item you get in the previous dungeon is required to get into the next dungeon, something that would become a staple in the series and later entries.
Mm-hmm.
But we need the raft from level 3 in order to even reach level 4.
Or if not that, it's, there are puzzles at the early stages of the dungeon that require the previous dungeon item. And they just kind of shift up by halves. So has Nintendo ever explained what those sword things are?
They're, I forget. I think it's just like a magical beam. That's just like, you're at full strength and you could do this thing.
Oh my god, red bats.
Screw them. I have like 3,000 keys, who cares?
I have all the keys.
I actually could probably go through the rest of the game now.
Yeah, got all the keys I need.
And so here's where we're introducing the mechanic of dark rooms and then needing a candle to even see anything. So that's another reason why I got the candle early.
Oh man, these things...
Get back here, you piece of shit.
The Z rooms are always annoying if you don't have full health.
Yeah. Yes, that's right, that Chew just burned to death. And more dark rooms. Screw that crap. I know exactly what I'm doing.
What are these guys called?
I have no idea, but they are annoying as fuck. So I
They're
shall
like
call
vampire dudes.
So I shall simply call them annoying as fuck.
Their names are Chuck.
Every guy is named Steve.
Oh my god, so many bats.
There were 5 Steves in that room. This is where I'm feeling the bite of not being capable of everything you're capable of doing in Link to the Past, which is not this game's fault.
No.
It's just,
But...
Link to the Past was so good
yeah.
that it made this game a piece of shit. It's kind of like what Super Metroid did to the original Metroid.
Did it now?
Yeah.
Because I've never played any Metroid beyond like the first whatever of Metroid Prime 3.
That is literally all you've played.
And then like we did Other M, and then...
And then you were like, never again.
No. If you ever try and make me play Other M again, I will like I'll just walk out then. I'll walk back to Florida. And we have the ladder!
The step ladder, which allows you to basically make a one square bridge across certain water areas. Like here. So exciting. I'm just gonna take the damage, fuck it. I've got 3,000 health, so who cares?
Yeah. I mean, it could be worse. This could be an old Zelda game where, like, health actually matters.
But this is an old Zelda game, and later on health does kinda matter. Place your bets now on which dungeon will be my first death.
I'm gonna say 6.
Everybody says 6. Because 6 is such a piece of shit.
Was that actual Zelda knowledge on my part? Man. Like, I may not seem like it now, but I was obsessed with this series when I was younger.
Like, super obsessed.
Like, if anything was even remotely Zelda related, I'd be like, oh man, that's awesome!
Gotta be all over that shit.
This one is what, Snake?
Yep, that's Snake.
I just got that its tail is coiled around itself. And that's why it's shaped the way it is.
Yes.
You have no idea how long that took me to understand.
20 years!
Well, maybe not that long. I've only
15 years!
I've only been playing this game since I was about 15.
6 years!
Which is still kind of a long time.
I guess. Now, this would typically be one of the harder bosses, but I've got like 3,000 health and increased defense, so I just cheese the piece of shit. Later on, there's like a 4-headed version, and it's insane, especially if you're doing a 3-heart run.
Man, this is one of the earlier instances where in order to like make something seem like it's coiling and serpentine, they use the series of balls.
And on that note, we will see you in part 3.